you doing? Good evening. You doing all right? I'm so glad you came in. I just started. Uh, but I hope you've had a good day. I was going to get on here about an hour ago, and I got hung up on doing something else. So I've, I'm in here now. But thank you for so much for coming. So I hope everyone. Well, this is just Thursday. I was thinking it was Friday all day long, but it's just Thursday. So, but how have you been doing, Linda? Hey, Motor Boy, and well, thank you, Motor Boy. Thank you so much for coming in, and Haiti, you too. I'm doing just fine, Linda. I have been blessed. I had been having trouble with my feet hurting, but they're not hurting today. So, but I've been taking my uh, arthritis medicine. Hey, Simply Coastal. Good evening. How are you doing? Bless your heart. Thank you very much for coming in. I was late getting started. I was going to get it started about 6 or 7 o'clock, and I got hung up doing something else. So here I am. So I hadn't got much done today. Uh, I was not I wasn't that busy, but I was doing something else, but it wasn't anything that I had to do. I, I'm doing just fine. Thank you, Simply Coastal, and I'm doing great. Uh, uh, but I hope you are all right. Uh, Tomorrow's Friday, so we're supposed to have some storms coming in here after a while, and I hope they don't get bad. I'm going to get the weather channel up here in a second. Just a second. All right, I've got to pull the weather channel up, move it over and see how close it is. Uh, yeah, I'm over here in Tennessee, so I just don't want it to. They don't think there's going to be any tornadoes, low chance of tornadoes. So I don't like bad weather. Let me see what the well. Well, I thought I had the weather channel up. Let me do that again. Hold on, my sorry. Hey, darling, how are you? You tired? Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. You talked to your dad? How is he doing? Huh? Oh, what did he have done? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Well, your grandpa had that done too. His daddy. I don't think so. I'll be right back, simply. I'm doing a live stream here, but I'll be thinking about him. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Yeah, but how's this little Ricky working tonight? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I've got a live streamer going. Are you okay? Okay. I know I've got some cookies here. I made some cookies, so whenever you come to town, come by and get them. All right. I'm gonna. I love you too, sweetheart. Bunches and bunches. Okay, love you, darling. Bye. That was my son. I'm sorry. I talked to him. He works so hard. He works in the aircraft factory that makes airplanes. Uh, I'm not airplanes, but cars. And he has to work so hard. He's been there since 1989, I think. So he's been there a long time. But let me take the radar. Well, they don't like much. It's about 20 or 30 miles from me, Century. But it don't look like it's going to get too bad. Uh, it looks like it's just going to be thunder and lightning. Maybe I'll be all right. Oh, you have a warning for tomorrow. Yeah, well, it's coming your way. It's slow moving. It's been on the west side of Tennessee all day, and it's just now creeping up here. I'm between Nashville and Knoxville. Uh, but I hope it don't get bad. Unless it starts lightning real bad, I'll unplug my laptop and I can run off of the battery. I don't want nothing to be uh, hooked up when it's lightning. I've got a desktop too, and lightning run in on it. It still works, but it messed up the wiring, and I can't print off of it, and I can't download anything off of my camera or nothing. All those little doodad where you plug it in stuff, and I had to take the plug out in the back where the mouse was plugged in and hook it up to the front end of it. With the two things on the thing. Hey, Addie Osby. Hey, sweetheart. You doing all right? I just started live streaming again here a few days ago. So, but I was, I miss you. I miss you too. I miss everybody, all my people that came in. And I hated to leave, leave you for a while, but it's been almost 3 months. What good. I'm glad. I'm doing good. I've had gout twice in the past 4 or 5 weeks, but it's better now. Uh, okay, simply, I'll still be here if nothing happens. But you get them babies to bed. But I hope your weather is all right at Alioki. We're fixing to have rain from here in just a few minutes. It's about 20 miles from here. Supposed to have thunder and lightning going on. The news weather said it didn't think it would be in tornadoes, maybe very, very low risk. You never know. I don't like storms. I've got my clothes on in case I have to go to the storm shelter. Hey, whoever came in, how are you? Thank you for coming by. I hope whoever you are, you're having a good night. I'm Linda. Uh, oh, that was Linda Mosley. Mosley. Okay. Um, but I hadn't done nothing. We've got an Easter service at church at 9 o'clock Sunday, and I get to. Um, I'm not going to cook for my kids and grandkids. Um, they've always got something to do. When they was growing up, my grandkids was really like cook Easter dinner, but I made it. I think they said that the weather was good with that. Uh, hey, Linda. They'd have a service at 9 o'clock out at the pavilion or the park where they've got uh, cover, under cover, if the weather was good and nice. So, but since this will be the first Easter I went to church since I retired from Walmart, and the first Easter I had to work after I went to work at Walmart and you cried all day. I wasn't supposed to be there. Oh, is it still? You still got daylight where you're at, Linda? It's already dark here. I was late getting on tonight. I was doing something else. I was going to get on here about 6, 7 o'clock, but I just been on here 11 minutes. But I hope you're all right, Linda. It's not storming where you're at now, is it? I've got the radar up. Well, I don't know. Now it's just there's still some in Arkansas and Missouri. There's still rain. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, oh, okay. You're in Boston. Yeah, okay. You're up north. I've been all up in that area. We lived up there in New York City back in the 50s. I was in high school. Yeah, I knew y'all had it. Did they have tornado watch out or warnings out for you that last night, Linda? It's almost 8. Yeah, I've got 8 minutes to 8 here. So, I made a video yesterday. And I posted it yesterday or this morning. It was lemon cookies. Somebody put, I saw a video and I added content in it. Hey Herbert, how are you? You doing okay? But thank y'all for coming over. And this thing, that was good. Oh, bless your heart. Now, if I eat potato chips or something, my feet may swell up. I know, and I, I don't like water, but I have to drink it. Uh, I drink a lot of coffee. Matter of fact, I've got a little bit left here. I uh, I never have liked water, and I have to drink it. My daughter sits around with a bottle of water all the time, and she stays hydrated up good. But I thought after these storms get out, I may go. Uh, I may go in the next town and do videos over there. Oh, you did about DVDs. I got some, and I haven't got my TV hooked up to my DVD player, but I can put it in my laptop. Oh, well, that's good. That I might have to get me some of those. Um, I know they got those flavored stuff powder to put in water. I may get me some of that, and that way I can tolerate water again. I can't drink it hot. Yeah. Well, I think Linda was telling me the other night about that part cherry juice is good for gout. Oh my goodness, Herbert, have you watched all of them, or are you still trying to get them all? Oh, have you got some you hadn't watched yet? I like the old shows, I love the old black and white movies, the 40s and the 50s, more than high. Well, that would keep you busy. That would keep you busy. uh, I've got some. Sometimes I put them in my laptop and I play them. I've got my DVD player of um, thing over on the desktop. It still works. When the lightning hit it, it didn't mess up it. But I've got that one here on the laptop too. I got a big screen on that desktop, but I ain't got no camera on it to do uh, uh, video. I mean the live streams. But my laptop's got its own camera on it. You've got 4 million CDs? 4 million? Oh my gracious. What did you do? Have to build a barn to put them in? I would say, wow. Oh my God. How did you accumulate all of them? Now, I don't know whether you'll ever be able to see all of them or not. If you wander around that 24 hours a day. You burn CDs and bought some. Okay. Do you sell them or I know. I need to, Allie, I need to clean out my garage and my house too. I cleaned it out about 16 years ago, throwing stuff away. And, it don't take long to accumulate stuff. I hate to throw anything away. I'm afraid I may need it. And my oldest daughter's the other way around. If you don't use it in a few weeks, out it goes. But my mother never did throw nothing away. When she passed away, she's been gone almost 20 years. Oh, are you? That's why my oldest daughter is. My youngest daughter's like me; she don't throw nothing away. But my mother was brought up in uh, what when it was bad, back in the '29, whatever the things went down, and she when she passed away, she had milk cartons, the ones that square. The milk come in years ago that was made out of hard paper. Well, it's all over now. Well, that's good. And you wouldn't believe all the stuff we took to the dump that we uh, uh, took after she passed away. Uh, where when my father died, they had the standing reeds, the little things that put the flowers in to stick in there. She'd saved them. I don't know how many she had of them out there. Well, that's good, Herbert. I tell you what, do you sell them and resell them, or what do you do with them? I've got clothes in the closet I've had over 20 something years, and I can't even get my big toe in them. Just my musical, personal music. Okay. Are you a musician? Well, you have 4 CDs. Oh, you're not a musician? Oh, oh. I played the clarinet in the band, but I hadn't had it out and played it in years. When I was in school, I was in the band. Uh, I loved the march in the band when we, played for football and everything. That was my thing, was marching. And my brother, he played ball, football, baseball, and everything when he was in the school, and then when he was in the Navy, he played baseball for them. Oh my goodness, Herbert! Oh, you stay busy, don't you? I just now thought I haven't even eaten today. Oh, well, that's good. Um, like I said, I retired like, 2 years ago in the May, and I just sit down whenever I get retired. I make my videos and do my YouTube channel. But I had broke my leg almost 4 years ago and got a rod in my finger bone. And I don't, I don't get around as good as I used to. They were good, London. I told my son, he called me after I started my scream, I told him I had them. And when he comes to town, come by and get them. He said he'd think about it. They were good. Uh, the recipe didn't call for the pecan, so I got a little bag of pecan chip pecans and put in. They were pretty good. I ate 2 or 3 of them. You just downloaded 2 that aren't out till the 19th. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you got that to do. I didn't know whether you sold any of those or not. Just your personal music. I used to set up the flea market years and years ago. I did that every weekend for a long time. I'd go to yard sales and pick up stuff. I made some good money. And if I found some towels, I could, irregular towels, but I had to drive about 150 miles to get them, but I'd go take my van down there and fill it up with towels and come home. And, oh, okay. I love the, okay, sweetheart. You have a good day, Addie. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Easter, darling, and you be blessed, okay? It's not but a few days away. I didn't buy me no Easter outfit. I just wear what I've got. I used back when my kids was little, I'd go buy the Easter outfit a piece, and we'd all go to church on Sunday, Easter morning, all dressed out with new Easter clothes. But happy Easter, Annie. You have a blessed Easter. But thank you, uh, Herbert. Thank you so much. It's just because Good Friday was what tomorrow's Good Friday. Isn't it? I think last Sunday was Palm Sunday. Easter's every day for yeah. That's what we live for Him. That's what it is. Tomorrow's Good Friday. Yeah. I used to when my grandkids was little, we would have an Easter egg hunt. I miss when they was little, but they're all grown. The 3 youngest grandkids are not married, but Lord, they're in their 20s. I've got my youngest, um, my daughter's youngest boy is 30. He was born in 87, so he's going to be 87. 32, 32 already. He's not married. He's already bought. He's got a good job. He's already bought him a house. Still not married yet. I don't even know. He's got a steady girl. Yeah, that that was a long time. I miss my grandkids when they were little. I had more fun with them when I was had Easter eggs for them. It just uh, I miss my kids when they was little, and Lord, they're in their fifties now. But my son got married in '87. That was my youngest one. I had the worst case of empty net syndrome you ever seen. I cried the day and the night before the wedding. I cried all the way through the wedding. I didn't even want him to leave after he got married. I wanted to go back home. You would believe it. I'll probably be here by myself. We're going to have a Easter service at 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Maybe the preacher said if it was pretty, we may go out to Pavilion under it's kind of a park, uh, and it's that covered areas, where you can have it. He said we may go out there, but we can have lunch or something. I'm looking forward to that, but it's 9 o'clock uh, Sunday morning, so we'll get through early. Yeah, well, my family, I've got grandkids that live up north. My oldest daughter lives up north, and the two kids I've got still living here, they've always got something to do. Uh, so we don't get together at Easter anymore. Not like they did when they were little. It, I miss that time with them. Yes, they were. They were fun times with her, but I enjoyed them so much. And we always had Christmas at Mom and Daddy's when my daddy was living after Daddy passed away. Mama didn't have the heart to have it at her house anymore, so we had Christmas at my house. And we still do. I still have Christmas and Thanksgiving here, and whoever comes. Not everybody can come, but I love to cook. I love to cook for several days before they come, and I have the best time. Yeah, my one grandmother died in 1970. My other one passed away in '79. Uh, my daddy passed away in 1988. Mama passed away in 1999. And 3 years after my mother passed away, my brother passed away from cancer, and he was just 56. That was that was rough. I watched him suffer. I'd go stay with him um, some, and I took time at the hospital with him. When my mother and brother was living, I spent my vacation time I had at work taking care of them. Uh, I hardly ever went anything, but Mama, I had to take care of Mama. I had 5 weeks vacation every year in the job I had that I retired from in 2003 because I was there for years. And I used it to take care of my mother, and then my brother got sick after Mama did, after passed away. So it's, but I hope y'all all having a good night. How old is your mother, Herbert? And I tell you what, you lose your mama, you lose your best friend. I dream about my mom and daddy just like they're still here. Oh, your mom's in her late 50s, oh, early 60s. She's still young, because I'm 78. Well, I keep her in my prayers, her, but my health is pretty good. Except for arthritis and where I fell and broke my leg and shoulder. Uh, I just don't maneuver. I can walk, but I don't last long when I get out and walk. I give out. Uh, Both my grandmothers was almost 90 years old when they passed away. And Mama was 80, but she had to have another hip replacement when she was 80 years old. And she had a stroke in surgery, and she lasted 18 days. I was at the hospital with her 18 days. It looks like we just might we're both outlive both my parents and grandparents. Well, I hope you do. We want to keep our parents and grandparents around for so long. I know this. There's a lady that I used to work with years and years ago. She had two teenage daughters, and they get killed in a car wreck, in two different car wrecks, and that was 2 years apart. And that was so sad. And they were just teenagers. They were almost grown. I went to the I wasn't living here. I knew it, but I wasn't living close by when the first one got killed. But I was for the second one. I went to the funeral, and that was so sad. But they were good people, good Christian people. If they saw them through, but it's amazing. And I think both of them was drunk drivers, and, and the mother almost died the first one time. Because when the first one got killed, mother almost died. She didn't even know her daughter was dead. Her husband was spending time at the funeral home and spending time at the hospital with her, and she didn't even know her daughter had passed away. But the mama pulled through. I've only got three in here. Maybe if I'd got on earlier, I would have had more. But I enjoyed spending time with y'all. Um, I was gonna have one this morning, but I stayed up really part of the night. Uh, and then when it was about before daybreak, I sat down and went to sleep. Hey, Seeker, how you doing? I hope you've had a good day. I hope your weather's okay. We fixing to have rain come in. Look how close it is now. Oh, it's just about a mile from my house. It, it looks like it may be raining now, but it don't look like it's going to get bad. Uh, but I hope you have a wonderful Easter, Baker. brain is after it's done, it's supposed to be, it's speeded up. Oh, me. Well, if it gets to lightning, I want to plug the laptop and run off my battery. But I don't want, like I said, I don't want lightning to run in on it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got my mic down there on. Let me get it up here. Now, is that better? I got it up to my mic up to here. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to pull it up. Oh, okay, Linda. I'm sorry. You should have told me you couldn't hear me. I used to have it, one of them in my ears. Somebody outside my building is losing it. I'm trying to ignore it. Are they having a hard time? Oh, okay. I'd give anything to get out and travel all over the United States. Hey, BJ, how you doing? Is the weather all right up there where you're at? I'm doing just fine. I'm doing fine. I've, I've slept part of the day today. Oh, that is wonderful. I'm doing good. I had been having gout. I guess I told y'all that in my foot twice in about 5 weeks. And Sunday, uh, it was hard for me to walk. Rain for the next 4 days. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. I think it's supposed to move out tomorrow sometime. It's just now got here. The rain just now got here. But BJ, we didn't have a bit of snow down here in my town this year. We had some up in the upper part of the state and east of us, but we didn't have no. I didn't even get me no snow cream this year. I We had 2 inches last year, uh, and I had just enough to scrape and get me some snow cream. And it's so I guess I'm going to have to buy me some ice cream. And I don't need that either. If I got a half a gallon, I'd eat it all. So I guess I'll just leave it at the store. I told I wish you could ship me some. My daughter lives up there on Lake Erie, and they have a lot of snow up there, and she won't send me no snow. Snow. Last winter they had 4 or 5 feet of snow on the ground at one time. You like sherbet orange? You like? I love orange sherbet. Yeah, and the ones that's mixed up and it's got the some blue in it too. That is good. Mama used when I was in school. Mama buy half a gallon of uh, the white strawberry and the chocolate together, and we divide up that into four, cut it into 4 pieces, and we'd have it for supper. Neapolitan, I think. Is it good for a sore throat? Well, I didn't know that. I hadn't even had a cold this winter. I better hush, I better knock on wood. uh, but last April I got sick, and I was sick for 3.5 weeks. But I hadn't even had the sniffles this year. Did it hurt? Well, good. Now next time I get that, I'll get me some. I hope I don't get it after because when I get a cold, I have to go to the doctor. I think I went to the doctor 3 times last year, and it was in April when I got sick. I went to the doctor 3 times. I couldn't get over it. Uh, avoid if you and if you have the flu. I've never had the flu. I've been lucky there. I've had viruses and colds, and I had strep throat. I guess 5 or 6 years ago. I don't ever want that again. Uh, my daughter brought me over some medicine and some ice cream, and the ice cream because my throat felt like it was had razor blades in it. It hurt so bad, and I like never got over the cough with that. The doctor, after I got well, I kept the cough, and the doctor had to give me some medicine to keep me from coughing. And I had to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, to a meeting uh, right after I got better, and I had to take that medicine while I was there to keep from coughing. But that's been almost 6 years ago since I've had the strep throat, and that's bad business. But whenever I get a cold or the virus or something, it takes me a while to get over it. Sometimes I have to get that Z pack, if y'all know what that is, to knock it out. Oh my goodness, bless your heart, Linda. I've only had strep throat one time, and that was once. That was one too many times. And I worked. I was working, and I got so sick at work that I just couldn't take it anymore, and I left. It was on a Sunday, and the health clinic or the where you go emergency clinic, it opened up at 1 o'clock on Sunday evening, and I stayed there till about 12:30 or quarter to one. I know. That's my daughter there. That Colleen Tipper. I know, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, love you, bunches and bunches. I'll have to try that elderberry syrup, Linda. Did you tell Joseph now I love them bunches and bunches? All right, Linda. That's my daughter. I didn't start till almost 8 o'clock, Dawn. I was busy doing something else. Yeah, BJ lives up in Canada, Dawn. I call her Dawn. That's her middle name. I know. Yeah, she's told me that before. I wasn't as young as I used to be, but I'm still here. Yeah, me too, Herbert. I wouldn't want to have to go back through what I've been through in my younger days because I've had a rough time. But if I could go back and not have no problems, that would be great, and not have to work. Now, I never did mind working. But thank you, sweetheart. I'm amazed. I'm going to be 42. You're still young, Herbert. That would be great.
But you know, I graduated from high school in 1960, and I turned around. Here I am, 78, and you know, it don't seem like it's been that long since I graduated from high school. The years just flew by, and do you? I felt good up till nine in that 1980, 1983. I had to have my neck operated on. I had a pinched nerve in my neck, and I was down for a while. Uh, that was the first surgery I'd had since I'd had tonsils took out when I was little. Personal injuries. That's what's got me, Herbert, because I broke my shoulder almost 5 years ago, and then almost 4 years ago, turned around and broke my femur bone. And in between those two surgeries, I had to go back and have the screws took out of my shoulder because they had put them in to hold it together so it could heal. And my shoulder still, I can't use my right arm much. I can cook with it and stuff like that, but I can't get it up, and it hurts 24/7. I mean, it's the pain is bearable, but I have been sleeping in a recliner for almost 5 years. I can't lay down uh, because I had broke my shoulder on one side and then turned around and broke my leg, femur bone on the other, and I've had surgery on both sides, and I can't sleep on my side. Well, I hope you'll be all right. I felt good when I was 42, Herbert. There wasn't nothing I couldn't do. Oh, in 1988, my daddy died in 1988. I was uh, 47, 46 or 47 years old. I was putting in 14 hours a day, and a half a day on Saturday. I was putting in 70 hours a week working. I begged for all the overtime I could get. But darling, you be careful and you get some sleep tonight. Okay, sweetheart. But if it's morning, you stay quiet. Yeah, I think I hear the rain. I think I hear the rain now. Dawn, it started raining here. I've got the radar up. Let's see. It's raining here now. Just as long as it don't storm. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Yeah, this is rain that came in from the uh, uh, Midwest over here. Linda had this last night. Like when Linda had this rain last night, and it's come this way. Now the weatherman said that didn't think there would be, wouldn't be a good chance for tornadoes, just a small chance. As long as it don't uh, have tornado warnings or tornado watch, I'm all right. It's the thunder and lightning I don't like. I have sometimes we have bad lightning storms here, and I'll get in the hall and shut all the doors from the bedrooms and sit there in the chair, and then close the door into the dining room and just sit there with all four doors closed till it's over with. 'cause I don't like to be around windows when it's lightning or anything. You're doing all right, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's right. I duck and hide. Now, when my kids was little, I'd get them all in the bed with me. All three of them in the bed with me. I'd get them in the house, and not any of my kids are afraid of thunderstorms. My son sits out on the front porch during a lightning storm. I said, "You're gonna get hit by lightning at the worst place to be." He tells me that he don't tell me till after it's over with. But him and his wife live on the other side of town. But he likes it. I never was crazy about it. My daddy was afraid of lightning storms. My mom would sleep right through them. And if I'm asleep, I won't worry. But since I've retired, I've got my days and nights mixed up. That was me. That's what I used to do, seeker, back when my kids were small. I don't know what that I thought that would help or not. But I pulled them blankets up over my head so I wouldn't get to see the lightning. I've had because I lived out in the country when my kids was growing up, and lived 5 miles from town, and I'd have to drive to work in lightning, and I'd be scared to get out of the car when I got to work. But I'd get in bed, cover up my head, and I put my fingers in my ears. I like smothered. Did Don? Did you watch that video on them lemon cookies? They were so good. I told Ricky to come by and get them whenever he should come to town. I ate two or three of them. They were good. Now I've got to figure out what else I'm going to make. I've got recipes everywhere. Oh my goodness! I love Jeff Foxworthy. Oh, you might be a redneck. I can't get under my beds now. I mean, I never have got under the bed. But I've got in it and covered up my head. Do you like the Herbert? Now you weren't born in the '50s music, but I love the '50s music, the Platters and. Oh, okay. I don't remember him ever saying any bad language. Lord, he's been around for a long time. He was around in the '90s. Oh, okay. Now you can get on YouTube And I get on. I love the Gaither homecoming, gospel music, and I listen to a lot of that. But the Platters, the '50s music, the Everly Brothers, and all of those. Because I don't guess any of y'all as old as I am. But I love the '50s music. Uh, and Elvis Presley. Now, the day that Elvis Presley died, I cried all night. That was back in. What? You have a good night. You have a good night, BJ, and thank you so much for coming. I love Elvis Presley. I think I've seen every movie he ever made. Uh, my daddy had a turntable, you know, record player, and I've still got it, and he had Elvis Presley's gospel songs, and he could sing all gospel songs so beautiful. He had a beautiful voice, but I think he was 42 when he passed away, and I think his mother was 42 when she passed away. Okay, I'll have to look that up and see about that. Let me write that down. Don't I'll forget it. You love to play your mother's CDs. Secret 89, 1989. I just went down Jeff Fox, but I love Jeff Foxworthy, but I don't remember his language ever being bad. But he's getting old. Yeah, I've got several of those records that Mom and Daddy had, and they're in the. I've got some in the cabinet back yonder, and I've got some that's in the. It's a uh, turntable thing, and it's got a lid on it. It's about this long. Well, it's about 3 feet long, and it's a piece of furniture. Matter of fact, I may just get it out tonight and play it. I don't even remember whether I had one when I was growing up. I had Daddy bought me a a radio, with the antenna you pull out. Uh, but some big tapes. Um, I don't know. I don't know what they're called either, Seeker. Oh, okay. I can just barely hear it raining out there. That's fine, Linda. We're talking about music. Oh, you got your tea. I'm still nursing my cup of coffee. I keep my coffee pot going. Oh, reel to reel tapes. Okay. That's when they I know they used to do recordings for that too. Remember those? I've seen them on old TV shows where they record somebody if they didn't uh, uh, they wanted to record somebody say something. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to look that up, Herbert. I'm glad you told me that because I love Jeff Foxworthy. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Uh, Before I got on here, I washed my face and put my oil on. It kind of straightened up my hair. Now, when we lived up at New York, we lived at the outside of New York City. We lived in a trailer park, and you remember the big top? They used to have big top uh, things people perform up there. There was a family that lived in the trailer park we lived in. They had two girls and a boy, and they were acrobats. And I've got pictures of them. Uh, I've got a picture of them performing. I have got. I've got the cream for the psoriasis, so I've got psoriasis on my face real bad. But the only thing I put on there after that is vitamin E oil moisturizer. Uh, I don't put no foundation or anything on my face. I put my eyeshadow on and my lipstick. But after this psoriasis got so bad on there, I was afraid to put my makeup on it. But it looks all right without it. I've got freckles, but they're not as prominent as it was when I was growing up. I don't even know whether I got any freckles left or not. I hadn't seen them. Well, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Oh, my mother was 80 years old when she passed away, and I'm 78 now, and she didn't have a wrinkle on her face, but she had oily skin. I've got just a little bit of crow's feet at the side, and this right here. And I've got a double chin that I didn't have used to have. And I think it's about 5 or 6 years ago, it wasn't that bad. But I've got bigger since then too. But I've gained weight since I retired. I've gained about 10 pounds. And I've spread out because I'm not as active. Uh, I have got to get back on my diet. That's all there is to it. You make sugar scrubs. Uh, you got the blue collar comedy tour performance set on. You have all the skin. Uh, the dermatologist or the doctor told my mother when she was young, when we were little, that she would never have any wrinkles because her skin was so oily, and oil would just pop out on her face. I haven't got that oily skin, but when I was in school, I put that Pond's cold cream on my face when I was in school, and I've always kept my face moisturized. I used to sell Mary Kay back in 89 or 90. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you, darling. You have a good night. And you be careful going where you going tomorrow, okay? Yeah. My daughter on here that she's got oily skin too. Okay, sweetheart. Love you bunches and bunches. You tell him I said hi. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, Dawn Linda's been with me ever since I started streaming. She's a sweet lady. Okay, be careful, sweetheart. You sleep good. You have a good night. At least it won't be snowing. I hope not. All right, sweetheart. Bye. You have a good night, darling. Okay, Seeker. You have a good night. Thank you so much for coming in and spending some time in here with us. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. But Colleen, that's my daughter. She's the one that lives up there, up in right outside of Erie, Pennsylvania. I, I'm doing just fine. But you, thank you, Seeker. You have a good night, sweetheart. But I have been so blessed, just so blessed. I thank God every day. And I worked at Walmart as a greeter, and you know that I saw all kinds of people in bad shape and everything, and oh, all right, Herbert, you have a good night. Okay. Are you fixing to leave, Herbert? Or are you just you so tired? I'm going to get some sleep when I go to bed tonight. Well, I hope you get sleep well, and but I'll keep you in my prayers, Herbert. I know when pain hurts, it wears you down. Oh, okay. All right, we just stick around. I've had 8 people in here anyway. At one time. Well, I've got 8 lights, thumbs up. So, but you rest, and when you do go read, I hope you sleep well, Herbert. This lady that fixes my hair, she's got some pain relief cream. I bought some here a couple of weeks ago from her because my feet hurt so bad I couldn't hardly walk. It don't cure it, but it helps with the pain. I know Wednesday morning I went and got my hair fixed. My feet was hurting, and I rubbed some of that on my foot. And then when I took my bath, I had to rub some more, and it helped with it. Helped with the pain. But I wished I could just get where I could rest and not have to sleep in the recliner. Now, when I was in the nursing home, when I broke my leg, they had that bed, that the top, the foot, head would, you could roll it up and the feet would, and I slept on my back then, but I can't lay down flat and sleep. But I was in there 7 weeks taking therapy, and that's been almost 4 years ago. Yeah, that's when I'll lay down and won't hurt, Herbert. Yeah, uh, she sells this in her beauty shop. It's pain relief. I have got a tube of some that I got from Melaleuca, but it not as good as this. Uh, and you have to put it on there and keep rubbing it, and then reapply it and keep rubbing it in. She said if you just put it on, don't rub it in, it won't do no good. And I sit there and I can't hardly get to my feet anyway. I have to sit in a recliner and then bend over and get to my feet. Uh, Cause I can't get in the bathtub. I can't get in now. The bathtub, I take a pan bath, and then I've got a pan that I fill with warm water and put it on the floor, and then I wash my feet. And I've got one of those scrubbers that's got a handle on it and wash my feet that way. I missed not getting in the bathtub. I would love to have those walk-in tubs, but Lord, they're so expensive, and I can't afford them. Uh, I think the cheapest one I found was 5,000. That was at Lowe's, and that was been a long time ago. I can't afford that. I just take a pan bath. When I was going to the Omni Center and going to the getting the pool here last year, they had a snap shower. When you got out of the pool, you could take a shower, and I can't even get my legs over in the bathtub to take a shower because I'm afraid I'll fall, and I don't want to fall. But I need to get back to the nail place and have them trim my toenails again because I can't get to them to cut the toenails off. It's been about 6 weeks since I've been, but they massage your feet and it feels so good, and they wrap them up and they put some kind of lotion on them after they got through with them and rub that in. I almost went to sleep. It felt so good. When my grandson comes over here, sometimes he'll rub my feet. They get to hurting. Oh, you allergic to the chlorine? And then they've got it in all of them, I reckon. They do this one that I went to. It was $50 a month, and I couldn't do that all the time. But my Social Security check don't go very far anyway. Uh, but I went for about 2 or 3 months. It felt good. Oh my goodness, Herbert, you're the only one in here now, aren't you? Or, or, oh, I've got Herbert and Linda and me. I was years ago, oh, 30 something years ago. I had some bath powder from Avon, and I was allergic to it. I had to quit using it. Uh, my legs would itch. I just claw at them, and I went to the doctor, and they wanted to know what I was doing different. And I said, "Well, I'd got some powder from Avon, so I can't even wear bath powder now." I've got some here, but I hadn't even opened it. That when I won that giveaway, that lady that I won all that beauty products from here a few months ago. It's got some real sweet smelling bath powder. I just smell of it. I'm checking the radar again. I don't even hear it raining now, and I know it is. Now, when I was working, the last job I had at the factory I retired from in 2003. Oh, I was packing Sharpies markers on the machine, and I was allergic to the markers, the ink and the markers, and I had to run them. My eyes watered all the time. I looked like I was crying all the time, but I didn't like much being retired. So I put up with it till I got out of there. Oh, okay. Baby powder with cornstarch. Okay, that's equate. I guess it equate. No, I didn't hear about that, Herbert. How in the world did asbestos get in it? Did they do it on purpose, or uh, somebody put it in there, or was it a uh, accident? Now, asbestos shingles, I mean, they're supposed to cause what, lung problems? It had always been in there? That, no, I didn't hear about that. Oh, okay. I'll have to Google that too. I like my Google. I've got Google on my phone. and and you go to Google and, and punch that little mic, and that's how I spell check when stuff I want to type in on computer. I'll get to Google and say the word, and it'll spell it out for me. Because spelling wasn't one of my best subjects in school. Math was what I loved better than anything. I could cipher up one side and down the other. You know, there's a lot of things out there that that's harmful to you. Uh, but since I've retired, I've been making my own cleaning supplies. I make my own washing powders, window and mirror cleaner, and furniture polish. If you download Google on your phone, you never get to sleep. I don't know how in the world. I've had this one. I got this one when I got out of the nursing home. Oh, well, it was October. October. It's been 3.5 years ago. I got out, and after my daughter got me, kids got me home from nursing home. I told them, cause my daughter. I've got straight talk. I've got straight. Oh, and I only had a flip top phone, and I was paying about for it what I'm paying for this one every month, and that cost me $179, I think. Uh, I was still working when I ordered it. Oh my gosh, Herbert! Well, I hope you got the phone on the nightstand. I've got I've got the table, end table, the couch. Uh, my recliner's at the end table. end table at the couch, and I've got the TV across the room. And that, if it's not in my lap, it's on that end table when I sleep. And I take it to the bathroom with me because I have a tendency to fall. Uh, I keep it. I keep it with me all the time. And I went somewhere the other day. I had to go to the store or something. Oh, when I run down here, Dollar General store. That's when I went. And I left my phone at home. And I got down there and I realized I didn't have it with me. And it kind of scared me because I don't like to be without my phone. You don't never know what's going to happen. And but when I had my flip top phone, uh, well, before I ever got a cell phone, I've had a cell phone, I guess, 10 years. And my cousin kept telling me, says, you ought to get you a cell phone. I said, anybody wants to call me, they can wait till I get home. Then I broke down, went to Verizon and got me a cell phone. And it wasn't but a couple of weeks after that, I needed it. I got off from work and I got in the car and the car wouldn't start. The battery's dead. And I knew my son was just getting off work and I called him and he come and had his jumper cables and got me going and followed me down. I followed him down there to the place where you buy batteries. And I said, well, it was come in handy the first time I got it. Because I would have had to gone back in Walmart and called them on the payphone. I don't even know whether the payphones was in there at that time. They took them out because everybody's got cell phones now, and we wasn't supposed to even have a cell phone on us on the floor when we was working at Walmart. But my grandson was the one that's got a bad heart, and they's always having rush him to the hospital and everything. And I got permission to keep my flip top phone in my pocket, and they let me keep it. So I got permission to keep it on me. Cause I'll never get on it. Not while I was working. That's against company policy. Oh, but he's all right now. He's fine. He's working. He's 26 years old. He's got a job. He can't be around machinery or anything. Oh, him and my son used to mow my yard, and he can't do that anymore. So he works at a restaurant now. He's a server. I've now read that Herbert Roundup. I've never used it, but I've read that. I've seen that on Facebook. People post that on Facebook, and there's something wrong with everything. You know, coffee used to be bad for you. Now they say coffee's good for you, and chocolate used to be bad for you. Now all right, Linda. I'm going to be on here a little bit longer. I've been here on here about an hour and a half. Oh, but chocolate used to be bad for you. Now it's good for you. Uh, and eggs used to be bad. And I love my scrambled eggs. I cooked me some two scrambled eggs the other day, and had light bread and two pieces of light bread. I love scrambled eggs. I won't eat them fried. I don't like them fried. I like them scrambled. I know, Linda. No, I don't remember the Coke recall. What was wrong with the Coke? Yeah, and I've heard of something about Tylenol. But you know, the medicines they got now, they've got warnings to them. The arthritis medicine I take causes an ulcer. I had an ulcer a couple, 3 years ago because the doctor had put got another medicine to give, take along with my arthritis medicine because he said it would cause uh, an ulcer. Well, my insurance guy where it wouldn't pay for it. That was one of the medicines they wouldn't pay for it, and I done without, and then I got an ulcer. Uh, then he took me off my arthritis medicine, and I couldn't walk. And I called him. I says, I have got to go back on it. He said, well, you go get that. He gave me the name of it. It's a generic of Prolisaid. It was messed up. Tylenol recall was totally messed up. But what was wrong with the Coke? I don't drink cold drinks anymore. I just drink water and milk and coffee and orange juice and stuff like that. Uh, but anyway, doctor told me to get that medicine to take. And so he let me go back on my arthritis medicine. I couldn't walk across the floor. And I was trying to work. And it hurt so bad I couldn't. It hurt so bad it just felt like my feet were falling off. I'm going to check the radar again. Well, I don't hear no thunder and lightning. Uh, the radar says it's right over me. And it's the green around it and the yellow in the middle, and then it's yellow where I'm at. I hadn't heard no thunder, so and I hadn't seen it lightning anywhere. I'm checking something here. As long as it don't storm, I'm okay. I've been on here an hour and a half, but I didn't drink. I don't. I drank Diet Cokes when I was still working. After before that, and that diet drink was bad for you too. Oh, so but that stuff they had in there for the help sweeten it was bad. I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna go off here in a few minutes, and if I'd have got on earlier, maybe I would have had more. But I've enjoyed talking to y'all. But Herbert, when you go to sleep tonight, I hope you sleep good. And you're still just a young man. I know. Now I'm hearing rain. It's got to be raining hard when I hear it. Oh, it's really coming down now. Yep, right. Hey, Grandpa Paul, how are you? You doing all right? Is it raining up where you're at? It started raining here a little bit ago. At the beginning, I got where I can hear the rain now. Oh, it's raining in Winchester. The what was radar. Well, good there. No, yeah, it's been raining. It started raining a while ago. But it's raining harder now. I'm beginning to hear it. I've heard it a little bit while ago. Uh, but you know when you get something, there's something always wrong. Even the medicine that I've got for blood pressure and diabetic medicine and everything, they've got all of them's got warnings on it. Uh, and even when they advertise different medicines on TV, they tell you what it can cause. They do. They've got that. They've got thunderstorms down there. See, I'm 50 miles. I don't. Not too far from the Alabama line. Yeah, it's redder down there than it is here. So we may have. Oh Lord, it's coming from the south, Grandpa Paul. It ain't way over to the east, but it's coming from the south. It's raining hard now. I don't know whether you can hear that or not. As long as we don't have any tornadoes, Grandpa Paul, I'll be all right. You know, they had tornadoes down in Alabama the other day and down in that area. But we never did have anything here at that time. Did you hear about that woman getting killed up here at Christiana here a few months ago in the tornado? Yeah, I hadn't heard any thunder and lightning. It's not doing any of that yet. But if it's coming up from the south, no, we missed that. I was so thankful. Oh, there was one year we had so many tornadoes that I spent a lot of time down at the church where they have a storm shelter. Uh, and there was one time I was down there and they had tornado warning out and it was going through towards Lynchburg. And they had the Bible laying there, and I got it out and read Psalms 91. That's that healing protective Psalms. Uh, and it rained so hard the church even leaked. And water was running down the wall into the basement. I was just a little bit on pins and needles, but we had a lot of people at the storm shelter that night. Well, the rain seemed to slacked up. I don't hear it now. Yeah. It's still out there though. Oh my goodness, Linda, you're in the tornado belt, or they have more tornadoes where you're at than they do here, and we've been having a lot of tornadoes south of us and here. I know back in 70 something, I had just moved out to the country, and I lived in town in an apartment, uh, and bought a trailer and moved it out to Daddy's farm. And it wasn't long after I moved out there that tornado come across the street I uh, lived in, and took part of the shingles off the house I lived in. And just right before then, I had just dreamed about a tornado coming, and I dreamed I was still living in that apartment up there, and I had dreamed that it it come the tornado come across and took part of the roof off, and then turned around and come back and took another part of the roof off. And I don't like to dream things like that. Yeah, they do. They're so dangerous. Uh, I know. Back 5 weeks ago, we had tornado watch out, and my gout was in my foot so bad I couldn't even walk, and I was in a wheelchair, and I couldn't get to the storm shelter. I got the Bible out and sat here and read Psalms 91 till it went over. But there wasn't no way in the world I could get down the steps into the garage and get in the car because it was in my right foot. I couldn't even hardly put it on the floor. But I bought me a wheelchair when I broke my leg, and so I'd have it here. So I've used it. I've had that gout twice in 4 or 5 weeks, and I still wasn't walking that good Sunday when I went to church. But I went on, and it's not hurting right now. It was still hurting some Wednesday morning when I went to the doctor. I went to get my hair fixed, but I took that cream, painkiller cream, rubbed it on my foot before I went. There was one that was heading toward Tullahoma that night too. One that is that the one that you talked about? Yeah, I've got. When I may get out tomorrow after the storm goes through, and I need to go to Walmart and pick up my. I've got medicine that's ready to pick up there, and I'm going to look for that tart cherry juice and get me some. But I'm glad you told me about that, Linda. If that'll help me, because that medicine was $62 that I had to get for my gout, and my insurance wouldn't pay a dime of it. And that's pitiful. You get insurance, but Medicare insurance. Oh, what all did you find, Grandpa Paul? I bet it blew stuff everywhere. Did you find any money? I have heard of tornadoes. I'll get me some. I'll get me some tomorrow. I need to get out and get to Walmart. I've heard of tornadoes carrying stuff with the wind from one state to the next. Oh, okay. You have a wood stove, Grandpa Paul? Oh my goodness, Linda. There was back in the 70s, I think, they had tornadoes come through over there close to you, Grandpa Paul. Uh, just ripped trees up from the ground. I drove over there to see, and it's just a strip through there between, I think, between you and Winchester back then. Oh, I haven't got a place for a wood stove. If I did, I'd get me one. I'd have to buy my wood because I'm not able to cut it. It would help with my light bill. Uh, I watch a lot of homesteading, uh, traveling, the tiny houses, tiny houses, and I know Tiny House Prepper. Uh, I'm subscribed to their channel, and they've got a 32-foot old trailer they live in, and it's got a little wood stove in there, and it not too big. It don't need to be too big, but it heats that stove in the wintertime, and they live up north. I, I want a wood stove for my house so I can move in. Okay. My daddy heated out there at the farm. He heated his house with a wood stove. He had a cast iron wood stove and it had a flat top. And in wintertime, Mama would put stuff on there and cook it. Oh, but it was a great big one. You live in a cabin now. You live out in the woods, or are you are in the country? My light bill went up after Christmas, Linda, and I had those windows put in about 6 years ago. Uh, New windows in because my windows were. Oh, okay, Grandpa Paul, you live outside the city living. But my light bill went up after Christmas, and it never did go back down. And I just got through paying the last one is 161. That was the smallest one I had since Christmas. But I spent. It was 2 months. It was over $200, and I couldn't understand it why it gone up because my light after I put the new windows in, my light bill went that way down because I had three windows that wouldn't even close, and I had to stuff newspaper at the top, one in the living room at the top, and I had one that was over my bed, and I didn't know it was wasn't closed, so we took the curtains down. Uh, so I could get ready to put the new windows in. They've got cheap windows. Well, I bought those at double pane windows. Uh, but I had to have 14 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 13 or 14 windows. It cost me a pretty penny. Uh, but I had some money built up in my 401k at Walmart, and Walmart quit putting money in your 401k for you, and we could get it out, and that's the way I paid for my windows. Oh, okay, Herbert. Well, raised my children in a trailer, and I had a kerosene heater. I couldn't afford to run the electric heat back. Hey, Sugar Creek, Homestead of Tennessee, how are you? So glad you come in. I didn't start live streaming again till a few nights ago because that's the first time I live streamed since January. Are you doing okay? Yeah, it started raining here. Rain started here a little while ago. Uh, which part are you in? Which part of Tennessee are you in? I've got the radar up. But it's right over me now. The rain's right over me. Oh, okay. My living room and dining room is together. Oh, you busy packing? You packing to move and started back to work. Well, you've been busy then, hadn't you? Oh, okay. Me too. Me too. Sugar Creek. I'm in middle too. Uh, oh, okay. Well, I'm not. I'm about 50 miles from. Not hardly 50 miles from the Alabama line. Huntsville's 50 miles from me. I need to get back. I need to get to Huntsville now that it's pretty again. I want to go down there and video the space center or the thing down there. You know, that's got the rockets and everything, and put it on YouTube. Yeah, it's already raining here. Yeah, I think her Grandpa Paul's already had rain. Oh, but it hadn't thunder and lightning. Is it lightning down there where you're at, Sugar Creek? Oh, are they painting the Saturn rocket? That's down there at Huntsville too, isn't it? There's another YouTube channel that I watch. Traveling, traveling with Bruce. Anyway, he's got the mini little trailer. Him and his wife. Oh, that's fine, Sugar Creek. But I didn't know whether you could video that down there or not. But he did. He went through there and videoed the whole thing. And I thought, well, I'll go down there and do that. Just go down there one morning and do it, and then come back home. Yeah, that's all we got here is raining. Sugar Creek. As long as it don't storm, I'll be all right. I don't think they're calling for any tornadoes. I think the weatherman said yesterday evening or early this morning it might be a slight chance for a tornado in southern Tennessee. But that's where I'm at. I've still got the radar up. I got the Weather Channel radar. It it looks about like halfway over, uh, and there's a break, and there's some more behind over at Memphis. Second wave coming. Well, thank that they were good. Uh, L.A. They were really good. I found that recipe. Matter of fact, I saw a lady make them, and I added pecans to it, and it was so simple. Just yellow cake, lemon cake mix, and oil, and 2 eggs. Oh, okay. Me too. Me too. I'm about 25 miles from I-65 east of it. Oh, oh, I love pecan pie. Oh, I'm already big enough anyway. I have since I've been making videos and cooking. I've gained weight, and then not working too is not help because I've gained about 10 pounds since I retired. But I'm about as big around as I am tall. Oh, that sounds good. A cherry cobbler. I love cherries too. I made the banana bread, Hawaiian banana bread, and it had cherries in it. Boy, that was good. Like a roll too. I found a recipe for donuts too, LA. Jelly filled donuts, and I bought me some strawberry jam, so I want to make them. I've got everything to make the bread for them. I know, and I love bread. Sugar Creek. Oh, here I'm. There was I was watching another live stream earlier, and they said something about pizza, and I hadn't eaten all day, and I got so hungry. I may have to fix me a sandwich or something. If I hadn't eaten all day, I've had my coffee. See, I'm a diabetic. I take the diabetic pills, and I'm not. I have to. I love the jelly filled donuts. Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, I had that 3 day diet. I stayed on it for about 2 weeks, and I lost 5 or 6 pounds. I need to go back on it. I videoed each meal, and then every day I would. They had 3 meals, and they had certain things to cook for breakfast, dinner, and supper. I made a video of that, and I downloaded it to YouTube. I need to go back and see what I cooked. I know it's eggs and tomatoes and fruit and stuff. Yeah, me too, Sugar Creek. But that's one of my downfalls. I love to eat. I don't. They just don't fill you up, do they? LA. Oh, I like my burgers. Now I get Walmart's got the 5 pounds of ground chuck, in a roll, in the plastic round thing, and I get that and pat them out and put them in the freezer. You had a plain cake donut and a banana and a hot dog for breakfast. That's a good variety. I love hot dogs too. I love to put mustard on it and relish. Oh, it makes a good hot dog. Yeah, me too, Linda. Everything that's good for you is not good. and everything that's bad tastes real wonderful. We've got a new donut shop that's opened up here in town. Is it Dunkin' Donuts? I think they hadn't been open but a week or two. Oh, and I never have got up there. Well, I hadn't been up Walmart. It's right up there before you get to Walmart. And I've got to go up there tomorrow. I may stop and get me a donut. And I don't need it. But they used to have donut shops here. They made them, the donuts here. Uh, they, yeah, I love bread. I just like to take a piece of night bread and eat it. Uh, and I know how to make biscuits, but light bread hasn't got as many calories in it as the biscuit does. But they have those jelly filled donuts and powdery uh, confection of sugar on the outside. Oh, that melt in your mouth. And I love cream horns. You ever eat any cream horns? And I've ate a whole pack of them. But I think there's 5 or 6 of them. I hadn't bought any in a while because I hadn't got no willpower. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you. I've got 9. I got 9 of thumbs up. Yeah, we used to have one up there, here in town, and they made the best donuts. They had to make cream horns and all different stuff. And you gain weight just going in there and smelling it. And sometimes when I was working at the factory, I worked in when I retired, worked for years. On Saturday morning when we work, somebody take would take turns stopping at the bakery to get fresh donuts on Saturday morning, and they were so good. They were still warm. Thank you, LA. Thank y'all, Linda. Thank you very much. I've been here 2 hours. I know. Well, in the Bible, I don't think we're supposed to eat pork uh, or ham, and it is so good. I love ham. I get a ham at Christmas and boil it, cook it in Coca Cola. That's the only time I buy one. It's Christmas and Thanksgiving. Uh, and I've got a great big old pan, and I get a 2 liter Coke and then boil it in there, and it's so good. Oh yeah, ham is good. Let's see. Yes, I need to look up 14. Oh, it does use a lot of bacon grease. Oh, but I love country ham, but I swell up, and it's good. Oh, now sometimes I go to a restaurant up here that what's the name of it? The Huddle House, and get country ham and eggs for breakfast, and that's good. I have too. I've got some pork chops in the freezer. I buy a pack of pork chops and then I put each one in a sandwich bag and freeze it. That way I won't have to. That's the way I do my hamburgers. And when I get my hamburger in that roll, I'll pat them out and put them in a sandwich bag and put them in the top of the freezer. Well, they used to say eggs wasn't good for you, but I've heard they're good for you now. It changes. Every time the moon changes, they change things. It says that bacon grease is good fat. Okay, I'll have. Well, I'm not. The only time I fry bacon is when I make my baked beans. I make my homemade baked beans and I fry my bacon until it's crisp, and then I crumble it up, and then I put that in my baked beans and add mustard and ketchup and brown sugar. But that's on time I fry bacon. I've got a pack of bacon in the freezer now that I've had for a while. I'm making myself hungry here. I guess it's too late to order a pizza. I don't need nothing to eat. If I go all day without eating, I don't think I need to eat tonight. Well, everything in moderation, it would be all right. The seafood, you can't eat seafood. Uh, Now I love fish and I love shrimp, and it's not supposed to be good for you. But I've been cooking. I've been getting my shrimp and putting it in my air fryer. Uh, and I put that starts with a ZART or something, and bread it in that. Oh, your goats are your pets. You couldn't eat them, no way. I've never eat any goat that I know of. It tasted like a pot of beans. I know my son has got. He's got about 2.5 acres, and he's got goats and chickens, and he's got several baby goats. And I need to get over there and look at them. But they're, the little baby goats are so cute. I've hugged baby goats. They're so cute. Was it good, Herbert? A goat burger? But I don't think I've ever eaten any goat. It's leaner. Well, that wouldn't be as fattening then, would it? But my son's got several goats, and I think two or three of him had babies. He's got baby goats over there. Oh, I've never had any goat milk either. Oh, there is goat and canned dog food and horse too. Oh me, they eat house food, but little baby goats are so cute. Oh, I know my ex-husband was had baby goats, and he had goats and had baby goats, and there was one of them. He had a bunch of them. They all came was born. And but there was he had one that was the cutest thing, and I'd get that goat up and hug it just like a baby. I don't know. I don't know what I would. Humans don't eat horse meat, do they? I know. I remember back when I was growing up, they had rabbit meat. I remember my grandfather. My son and brother went out rabbit hunting, and my brother was in the Navy. He come home on leave, and him and my son went and brought them rabbits home and skinned them and everything, and told me to fry them. And I fried them and fried them. They didn't look done, so I just kept on frying them. That's the first time I'd fried any rabbit. I don't think I could eat horse meat. I don't think I'd want to eat a possum either. Armadillo. Now I love to go fishing, LA. I don't think I'd want to eat no horse meat. Now they have lamb. Don't they cook lamb? Yeah, they don't even look appetizing, do the Sugar Creek? Bless your heart. Oh my goodness. And I don't own a dog. I live in town here. But I like my pork chops. I like my ham and I like my beef. Uh, and I'd be glad when they get McDonald's rebuilt to remodel it. They tore it down and remodeled it. It's almost finished. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to go next town and get me a Big Mac. I love my Big Macs. Oh my goodness, you got a bunch of dogs, Grandpa. Snakes are allowed to be eaten by the Bible. You got to. Well, don't they? I've heard of snakes being cooked and eaten, but I don't know. I don't even want to see one, much less eat it. Oh my gosh, Sugar Creek. It's raining hard again. I'm hearing it here, and I've got my ears plugged up. Well, I've got one not plugged up. I only got 2 or 3 bottles of hot pepper flakes. L.A. They eat snakes in Arizona. Or don't they have a big rattlesnakes out there? No, I, I can't see anybody eating a snake. What does the meat taste like? Yeah, yuck. That's what I say, Ellie. Is it easing up? It's still raining here. Let me see what the radar looks like. I love my Big Macs. It's well, my radar froze. I had to refresh it. What kind of snakes do they eat? I never had snake, but they say that they taste like chicken. Most are rattlesnakes. No. Uh, no. I wouldn't be able to stomach it. They eat okay. Well, my brother, when he was in school before he went in the Navy, him and a friend went out in the woods, and Daddy had built a house out in the country, had a house built, and him and a friend of his went out in the woods, and they came back. Mama said my brother's eyes was big as saucers, and my brother said there was a rattlesnake back there was big around as a light pole, and they ran back to the house. That must have been one heck of a snake. I bet you could eat a lot. That would have plenty of meals. He didn't say how long it was, but it was big as around his life. Oh my gosh. Y'all just about killed my appetite. Deep fried cockroaches. Thank you, Sugar Creek. Thank you. You have a good day, and I'm so glad you brightened up my day. All of y'all have brightened up my day. But thank you, Sugar Creek. Thank you so much for coming in. Now, I don't believe I could eat a cockroach. You know, there's some good snakes out there, but the only good snake I know is a dead one. Thank you, Sugar Creek. All them thumbs up. Bless your heart. I've been on here 2 hours and 14 minutes. But thank you for coming in, Sugar Creek. My daughter, when she was still in school, she was outside and brought a little old green snake in the house. And I was standing up at the stove with cooking, and there was just about that much room between the stove and the refrigerator. She come in and helped that snake up in my face. I got up between that stove and refrigerator like it scared me to death. And then we moved out the farm, and she brought a snake, caught a snake, and brought it up to the house. And my daddy and my uncle were sitting out there in the front yard in chairs, and he come up and helped that snake in the, to my daddy and my uncle, and they fell. Their chairs fell backwards. She said she left and did because they had a big farm. She left and went in the back of the farm and stayed all day. So my daddy wouldn't get on to her. But my uncle and my daddy both fell backwards in them chairs, lawn chairs. They do it in the forest. Oh man. Oh, oh my goodness. Well, I don't guess I'll be ordering me a pizza tonight. I've got the food around here to eat. I still got that taco soup I've got in the freezer that I made and put them in little bowls and take that out and put in the microwave and eat it tonight. I forgot I hadn't eaten today. I don't think I ate a cookie. I've got some cookies back there. I mean, I'll eat one of them. Be better if I get that taco soup. It won't be as fattening. But I've enjoyed talking to y'all tonight. Let's see. And we got Herbert and Linda left. I'm just going to stay a few more minutes and I'm going to get off from here. Well, Paul's still here. Let's see. The times. Yeah, I can imagine they are hard there. We've got it pretty good over here. Oh, okay, Herbert. Bizarre Foods on cable. Oh, okay. I like good old country cooking, ordinary food. But I'm gonna about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna get off from here and call it a night. I've had 11 in here tonight because I've got 11 thumbs up. I'm hearing the rain again. Let me check the radar. Yeah, it won't be long if it quits raining here. I'd say give it another 15, 20 minutes. But I still hadn't heard no thunder and lightning. That's a good thing. I know, and that's they're a socialist country down there, aren't they, Grandpa Paul? Didn't it used to be a good economy down there, and they turned socialistic country? Yeah, I was thinking they had. Oh, that must be awful. But those people that's coming up from there and trying to get across the border, they're all pretty look well fed, don't they? Oh, they voted the Socialist Party out, but they a few. You know, some of the people that's running up here in Washington D.C. is kind of socialist people. But it just our the way to do things here. I don't know why anybody wants to go to the Socialist Party unless they're trying to wreck the United States economy here. Well, let's see. Is Linda still here? Yeah, Linda's still here, and Herbert and Grandpa Paul. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of him. He's done good. He's trying to help us. We've got more jobs now than they did have. You're related to him? Are you really? How are you related to him, Herbert? He don't know. Well, I'm kin to Ronald Reagan. Uh, it's on my uh, great grandmother's side. I'm kin to Harry S. Truman. I do Ancestry.com. I'm kin to Harry S. Truman Buchanan, one of the first presidents. I'm kin to uh, Amelia Earhart, uh, Queen Elizabeth. Uh, uh, on my Ancestry.com, I've got it. I've got one line all the way back to Adam and Eve. We come through Jesus, being Joseph and Mary. All right. Good night, LA. I'm fixing to get off from here. Aaron Burr was a relative of mine. Now, who's that, Herbert? Good night, LA. You have a good night, sweetheart. I know, Grandpa. I get mad every time I think about it. Who is Aaron Burr? Who's Aaron Burr? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But you know, we're all kin some way. Uh, we're all God's children. Uh, Best I can do is one night in England about 1500. um, but it's on one of my great grandmothers on my daddy's side. That's where we tend to all them people. I'm kin to one of the movie stars, and I'm 11th cousin to Ronald Reagan. And I didn't know it till I found it on Ancestry.com, and I told one of my cousins, and that I found out was kin to Ronald Reagan. Said, "Yeah, I've known that for a long time." He was a good president. I know, but they said they knew that that wasn't so when they started investigating. It probably is, and me a queen. Are you kin to No, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe. It was no. Oh, I can't think of her name. Oh, I'd have to look it up. Oh, she was from overseas somewhere. Oh, I can see her face. I've seen her. I don't know how many movies. I've got a list of. I printed off a list of whoever. It was a whole big long list. Not Grace Kelly. No. She was from now. Grace Kelly's from the United States, but she married that prince over there in Morocco. No, I'm not kin to her. I'm to kin to some of the first ladies. Uh, oh, some of the Bushes are kin. Are you cousins? And I've been a member of that Ancestry.com for about 10 years now. I was thinking about cutting it off. Uh, I've got 26,000 people in my tree. Oh, okay. Audrey, no, Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, I think that's who it is. Audrey Hepburn. Little, real skinny, real pretty, got big eyes. Oh, President Kennedy. Yeah, Audrey Hepburn is the one I'm akin to. She's got. Hey, Linda. uh, there was a famous authors. There's some famous authors I'm kin to. I wish I could find that. I can get back on Ancestry.com. Now, when Kennedy got shot, Herbert, we lived out there between Dallas and Fort Worth. We lived about 5, 6 miles from where he got shot. My oldest daughter my youngest daughter was just a baby. So that's been 50 something years ago. And I was fixing to get her ready to, oldest daughter, because she wouldn't. Oh, okay, Linda. I was getting ready to take her to the doctor to see why she wouldn't eat. And it come over the radio that President Kennedy had got shot and it was dead. Uh, there is one relative. Who's that, Herbert? That's fine. I've learned so much. Who is that one relative everybody hates? Well, yeah, might as well. Oh my, oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, my daddy was in World War II over there in Germany. Yeah. Well, I did. You didn't seem like you were. Oh, yeah. He killed a lot of Jews. They killed a lot of Jews. Thought I heard a siren going, but I don't hear it now. Yeah, I do hear it. It's way off. Well, I'm a little bit Jewish because we came through Joseph and Mary. Oh, my daddy fought in the Battle of the Bulge over there. I was proud of my daddy. Oh, he got a Purple Heart. He was shot in the hand. Sounded like that siren's going up my street. Oh, they just threw 30 missions over Germany. It went on up, went out to the end of the street, but it went by my house. I said, Lordy mercy. Yeah, it's gone now. I thought I heard it. They had a shooting over here down the street from me, not on my street, but the one down at the end down there the other night, and I didn't know it. I said, Lordy mercy, and this is usually a safe neighborhood, are we? Well, we had a shooting, killed, there's apartments on the street behind me, and several years ago, there's a girl I worked with was shot and killed at those apartments. And I didn't know nothing was going on till I got to work. Yeah. I got a good mic on this computer, and uh, glad they went past since you did not call. Yeah. Oh, but I've got it. I've got my got that program on my computer now. My IP address can't be seen. That's the reason I could get back on YouTube and streaming. My IP address now is in New York. Really? Oh my goodness! Now Joe Louis was a fighter, wasn't he? Oh, okay, the brown bomber. Okay, Now, my daddy's brother was over in Germany too, but they never did see each other over there. And my uncle, he was shot up. He died with shrapnel in him. He died. He was in his 40s when he passed away. He had Hodgkin's disease, but he was shot up bad uh, when he was in World War II. Uh, oh, I bet that was a thrill for him. One that Herbert. But when we lived up there at New York, my mother was on The Price is Right. She went over there. We lived right across the river in New York City, and she would go over there and go to them shows. She got picked out of the audience to be on TV, and she was on The Price is Right. I guess that's as close as I got to knowing anybody's famous. and uh, but Mama Bill Cullen was the. Oh, really? Oh, Merle Haggard. Oh, my ex sister in law brother played with. Is a musician. Uh, oh, that big hat. The Williams family's related to you. You're related to a lot of people, aren't you? Uh, I can't think of his name. I got when I start to think of something, I hadn't got Alzheimer's. I got sometimes. um, oh shoot, I could see him. He's got a big. He's an older guy, big guy, big stout guy with a hat. You got a huge family tree. I've got 20 something thousand people in my family tree on Ancestry.com. Well, hey, Mountain Man, how are you? Long time no see. I just started streaming again here a few nights ago. Are you doing okay? Oh, well, he didn't he? Merle Haggard was a famous singer. Are you doing okay, Mountain Man? Oh, you getting married? Oh, my goodness. Well, congratulations. Well, I'm happy for you. Bless your heart. Well, I hope you'll be very happy. Well, at least you're talking about it, aren't you? Well, Hank Jr. and Hank Sr. Oh, you got some famous people that you're kin to. Took her to meet my family. Oh, isn't that sweet? Congratulations. Oh, that was sweet. I tell you what, Oh my goodness. I've heard of her or him. It's a lady, isn't it? Oh, well, when you found one that you, we want Paris, Marriott. Oh, is that the Marriott Hotel people? Oh, okay. Well, that you've got a lot of people in your family tree that's famous. Oh, okay. You talking to me, Mountain Man? Okay, I get you. Grandpa, that's funny. Well, it's about time for me to get off from here. It's 10:30. I've been on here about almost 3 hours. Yeah, you have a good night. We had rain here, but it never did storm, so it. I think it's about moved out. Well, can't move all that. I know it won't be long before we. Well, I'm going to say good night. So I'm going to get off from here, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow night. Thank you, Mountain Man, for telling me that. So I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to try to get some. Thank you, Mountain Man, and congratulations. I was off for. I didn't chat. I didn't have live streams since January. I started back a few nights ago. Oh, but I was scared too. You have a good night, Linda. Love you, sweetheart. And I'll talk to you later. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Bye. Love you too, Matt. Man, you have a good night. I'm going to end this now.